Good morning, class. Good morning, Mr. Sammy. Alright. Welcome, students, vibrations of the mind, children of the one true God whose name is love. Welcome to Off-Road Vehicles 101. If you missed last week's orientation, you'll have to find someone who already has an instruction pamphlet and be seated behind them. If not, just keep your ears open and jot down some notes as we go along and cover all topics in this semester's syllabus. Okay, please be seated, class. I'll just quickly clarify that this lesson is not restricted exclusively to the off-road class per se, but rather an overall analysis of all of the four-wheeled vehicles that are worth owning in GTA 5 for off-road purposes. So no, the BF400 dirt bike will not be featured in this video. If you're looking for the fastest off-road classed vehicle, then I would suggest buying that BF400 right away, as well as a red nose and some juggling pins, so you can unicycle your way through the race. So first up we have the Omni, or Omnis, however you want to pronounce it. If you watched my first video about the RE7B, you'll notice I completely wrote off this car and said it was useless, but boy was I wrong. I made that judgment from ignorance, as I'd only driven the car on tarmac, so I had no idea how good it was on the dirt, and after I've tested it out, I've realized it's actually really damn good. It's very small and nimble, and it's a zippy little thing that has excellent turning radius and acceleration. It's a great little car, but it's not quite as good as the Tropos. The Tropos is very similar to the Omni, but edges it out slightly because of its top speed, making it the better choice of the two. It has amazing control. Despite its oversteer and understeer, it's easy to regain control after sliding out and feels right at home on bumpy tracks with dirt and grassy terrain. Both the Omni and Tropos are the fastest off-road vehicles in the sports class, edging out the Elegy, which has been head and shoulders above the rest for so long now, so it's great to see two cars kind of contend with it. But the one downside of the Tropos is it's kind of really prone to damage. Despite having 100% armor on it, if you crash, your panels will just start flying around everywhere, and before you know it, you'll be down to your frame. But as long as it drives alright, then, I guess there's not much of a problem. Up next, we've got the Vapid Contender, which is now the fastest vehicle in the SUV class for on and off-road races. And it's a monster of a thing. Look at it. I mean, it's got a set of fat 35-inch muddies rolling underneath it, so it'll handle anything you throw its way. So if you want to go rock climbing without a harness and scuba diving without a snorkel, then this is the car you want. It's also 4-door, so if you've got some homies that want to go ride shotgun and pop some caps and some pigs and go nuts, it's perfect for it. Take a look at the ending of this race here. So it's second lap, the finish line is just around the corner. I just did not have the patience for this chicane, so I just boom, whips it out, lands on the down ramp. Chris can't believe his eyes and chokes on a bag of bananas and phew, takes the win. Last up, we've got the Vapid Trophy Truck, and man do I love this car. It's just wow. I mean, it's amazing. There was another trophy truck that is slightly slower and a little bit uglier, so I left that one out and just did this one. And this car, it just feels amazing to drive. I mean, the way it responds to steering and shoots out of the corners is incredible. It's got a very acute turning radius and just crazy acceleration. So it's ideal for nimble little dirt races. And like the overall speed just makes it good for even tarmac races as well. So as you can see here, I'm versing someone who's using the new dirt bike, the BF400, which is by far the fastest vehicle in the road class. But if you fancy your skills in the truck and want to have a little bit of fun, then I'd say give this one a go. It's it's a light car. So as soon as you get up on two wheels, it'll bounce around and tumble down the mountain like an avalanche. As I found out here, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just fucking fart-assing around, seeing if I can give this dude a little handicap, and whoop. Alrighty. So there it is, students. The 4 best off-road vehicles in the game. So if you want to have some fun and win some races, go have a play with them. Release the inner child in you. Go roll around in the mud. Grab a magnifying glass and roast some ants while you're at it. Go and get filthy. When you come back from playtime, I want you up to your nose in sweat and dirt. You hear me? Alright guys, class dismissed.